I haven't watched Fire Force in ages. It's been a while since season 2 finished, and I finished the manga ages ago, so my memory really is messed up about the series, but I do know one thing for sure. This season is gonna be fire. Yeah, you can just ignore that joke. Moving on, solo leveling Saturdays may be over, but now it's time for Fire Force Fridays to carry us out of the depression. And I'm gonna be your main breakdown guy for this anime this time because I said so. The episode starts off with the Soul Eater Moon looking down on some combusted people walking across skeletons, and for some reason the combustion peeps have their own text bubbles, and some guy is grinning like crazy because he's probably gooning to pictures of Tamaki. Next up, we get a quick recap of Company 8, and the anime's introductions were low-key trash, so let me tell you who these gangsters really are. First up, we've got Arthur Boyle, whose superpowers include being on the spectrum and having schizophrenia. Currently, he's sparring with the MC Shinra, who's the successor to Sanji's fire leg fighting style. Shinra also starts grinning whenever he gets nervous, the same way I start grinning when I'm kidnapping someone who unsubscribed from my channel. I know who you are, former 385th subscriber. And at the same time, two other Company 8 members are sparring each other, Tamaki and Maki. Tamaki was created for pure fan service. She's a cat girl who can't stop losing her clothes. And Maki was made for gooners with an acquired taste to muscular women. Just look at Tamaki telegraph this flaming Rasengan towards Maki as she twists her wrist and sends her flying towards the boys with no clothes on. And then the studio uses up half of the animation budget so she can zip up her bazungas. Yeah, Fire Force is not off to a good start with beating the Gooner Force allegations this season. Hopefully the fights clutch up in the later episodes. There's also this blonde nun called Sister Iris who breaks up Shinra and Arthur's squabble by using a torture device Vulcan the mechanic cooked up later on. Basically, yes, you and me need to find a way into Company 8, and I shouldn't need to give you any more reasons. The brains in Company 8 is called Lich, and he's definitely gonna slime everyone in the future. Just look at bro. And Hinawa is the second in command of Company 8, and just like our glorious White King Phase Adapt, he has never faked a trick shot. And finally, the captain of Company 8 is Obi. In a nutshell, Obi is what would happen if you put a gym bro in a world with superpowers and gave him prep time, so he's automatically the GOAT. And I'm not gonna lie, that recap of what happened up till now went through one ear and out the other. My eyes could not keep up with the subtitles. This must have been what the S ranks felt like when they witnessed Jinru fall to Baru, so I'm just gonna gaslight you all for the rest of the video. Unfortunately, Obi gets kidnapped by the KKK. Yeah, the people Company 8 was scrapping with on the ground in season 2. And this is where it gets revealed about the whole of Tokyo is corrupt because these white goons have been orchestrating the government from behind the scenes so that they can achieve their lofty goal of turning the earth into a sun, which is fancy talk for saying they want to burn everything to a crisp. The cult also has another insane goal. They need Shinra's feet. Even Captain Ferns wants in on the action because it just got revealed that he's not a good guy. He's been gaslighting Shinra since he was a kid. Bro really sacrificed his dignity for some toes. I hope whatever bro saw with his eye was worth it. So after Company 8 finds out Obi got slimed, they have a together we are Fire Force type moment where they all band together to run the fade with Tokyo. Shinra, you go left. Tamaki, you distract the gooners on the right. And Arthur, you just be Arthur. But for real though, what is Arthur smoking? Because I want some. Bro forgot his lines mid-sentence because he was focusing on the wrong ones. I haven't witnessed such a geeked character since Prime Patrick Star. Episode 2 is basically just setting up more foundation like with episode 1, but we're definitely close to a generational fight soon. I can feel it in my D. Shinra vs Captain Burns is gonna move mountains. The build-up has me starving for this fight. Give it to me! Give it to me! Because when Shinra has an Adola link, it revealed that the KKK want to put one of those insects in Obi so he can turn into one of those fire zombies. Damn, I really need to rewatch this show. We then get a bit of flashback of when Hinawa and Obi were setting up Company 8's base just so the show can build up a bit more of a connection with him before he receives cock and ball torture. So Obi's just making some small talk with Hinawa and trying to gather evidence on if he goons to men when he's supposed to be carrying him in duos. But then Hinawa goes on about how his life isn't important. So after Obi motivates Hinawa by going on about the value of life, he starts smiling and saying creepy shit like how Obi's gonna be a father figure for Company 8. Obi just like me for real and you guys are my Company 8. Anyways, I hope I never see Hinawa smile again. That was too disturbing. We then go back to the present where where Obi pulls an Uncle Iroh and he's working out in the cellar. Bro for real threatened the gods that if they don't free him then he'll get more jacked. I'd probably listen to Obi if I was them. He's one more cycle away from becoming the Incredible Hulk. In the outside world, propaganda is spreading like wildfire about how Company 8 are terrorists. For real ones, no, Company 8 are the good guys like Ogun. Yeah, the guy who gives off the exaggerated swagger of a black tea. And Benimaru also sees the truth. Seriously though, how can you make such a peak character? Benimaru is such a goat, I will give him all the glaze. I cannot wait for him to pop off this season again. It then gets revealed that the scientist that I had a suspicion about a couple minutes ago is indeed not who we thought he was. He's an ally with Joker, who is this aura-forming anti-hero. And for the most part, bro is pretty tough. But that fit, however, is pure ass. Joker for real has no shame to be wandering around town in a onesie with initials on that he probably stitched himself in his man cave within the sewers. But that come on baby smoke scene was goated in the manga, I won't lie. We should have just grabbed the panel and replaced it with the anime scene because it wasn't as impactful, and it wouldn't be a Fire Force episode if Tamaki didn't provide some fan service. So as Company 8 climbs down the sewers into Joker's man cave, Tamaki smacks a booty on Arthur's face. It is pretty funny how numb Company 8 is to her nonsense. They acting like a 1 out of 10 just flash them or something. But I do feel sorry for Tamaki. She's not even a legit Company 8 member. Ever since Shinra saved her from getting groomed by Wrecker, she got temporarily drafted into Company 8 and has fully been dragged into their mess. But enough sympathy. The gang find out Obi got shipped off to Guantanamo Bay, so the rescue arc begins with Joker and Shinra heading over first because they are built different. So Shinra is forced to listen to how Joker believes he's a hero who hides in the shadows for Gotham. I mean Tokyo. And it's pretty ironic how bro is just describing Batman when he's called Joker. I wonder if the author planned that. So as Company 8 are lagging behind Shinra and Joker because of all the weaponry they're holding onto, Arthur stalls for more time by being geeked as usual. I might literally be Arthur. If I saw a lizard crossing my peripheral vision, I'd probably start screaming, "Curse you, Bale! Vile Bale! Curse you, Bale!" And the episode ends with Obi being forced to have a chat with an autistic psychopath called Gold as a torture method. Cha-ching! So Company 8 better hurry up. And I'm still confused on whether Captain Burns is a real one or a Hall of Fame rat, because the amount of glazing he was giving that god to the mind reader was too much. Something fishy is definitely going on. But that's enough for now. Like, subscribe and comment if you think this season's opening is a banger or if it flopped. Personally, I think it flopped. And as always, see you all in the next video.